y'all, and welcome back. So I'm so glad you're here. I do apologize for yesterday. I promise I got in here 2 different times trying to film a devotion, and it just wasn't there. And I will never get on here and share anything that I don't feel God. And it was just one of those days yesterday. I did much praying yesterday, and I have come to some decisions about this channel through the help of the Lord. And I'll just share that real quick with you before we get into our reading today. But before I do that, I will tell you what we're going to be reading. Reading from our little book, Hold Me Up a Little Longer, Lord. The title is The Woman I Want to Be, and it's at the very beginning of the book, page 3, 4, and 5. It's kind of long, so I'm going to make this real short and sweet. But through much prayer about this channel, I have decided to change the upload schedule. I'm going to go and start uploading on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's a lot, and that does not mean I'm only going to pray those days or anything like that, but I've just been praying about it and asking the Lord, and He's given me the okay to go with that, and I hope y'all understand that. I love this channel, I love this community, and I do not want to get burnt out. And if this was all I had to do, that would be one thing. But, with this channel, the podcast, my other channel, and then just life, it's a lot, which I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining at all. I'm so thankful and blessed. But I think that for me to be able to keep it up and do my best, that's what I'm going to have to do. So starting next week, it will be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the same time. That's not going to change, and we're just going to continue. But it'll kind of give me a day in between to kind of catch my breath and get caught up on some things. And I hope y'all understand that. Okay, so with all that being said, let's see how the Lord wants to minister to us today. I know this says the woman I want to be. I'm a woman. But if you're a man listening to this, I would think that you could change woman to man and have the same effect. So just want to put that out there. So let's get started. Listen, Lord, there is a wife I want to be. She is beautiful, Lord, never disheveled, never in curlers, always poised and gay and exquisitely dressed, the pride of her husband, whether at a club dance or conducting the PTA. And oh, she is so tactful, so considerate. She doesn't call him needlessly at the office, never bothers him with things that go wrong at home or impose on him the burden of errands and grocery lists. And when he comes in, she is always ready to listen and laugh and sympathize, no matter how she feels or how turbulent has been her day. She never gets her feelings hurt, Lord, or picks a fight or holds a grudge. Never is jealous, never pines for things they can't afford. I think of her wistfully, Lord, for her husband worships her. She deserves it. She's the wife I long to be. There is a mother I want to be, patient and cheerful, firm in discipline, just in decisions, rich in self-control. She never yells at her children or the neighbor's kids, never acknowledges, even in her secret heart, that she is sometimes dismayed and disappointed at what she has produced. Her home is a haven for young of all ages. The cookie jar is always full, the supply of cold drinks and understanding inexhaustible. The little ones adore her, the older ones confide in her, for her wisdom is infallible, her guidance as gold. She's the kind poets write songs about, great men pay tribute to. I wish I could find her, Lord. She's the mother I long to be. There is a career woman I want to be. She is smart and successful without neglecting her family. She never takes her problems to the office or brings them home with her. She is efficient. She is charming. She achieves her ambitions without losing her friends or her femininity. She travels. She gets her pictures in the paper, yet it never turns her head. What a vision of loveliness she is, this career woman I yearn to be. Lord, there is a neighbor, a friend I want to be. She is generous, hospitable, kind, never too busy to help people, never too filled with herself to listen, really listen when somebody else needs to spill out her heart. This woman never gossips. She doesn't compete. She couldn't care less who has the biggest house, the showiest flowers, or drives the classiest car. To join the best clubs, have the smartest children, or most successful husband. Such things don't bother her. I see her clearly, Lord. If not in my mirror, at least in my mind. She's the neighbor and friend I want to be. There is a woman I want to be, Lord. She never doubts your existence or strays from your ways. She never fails people or herself or you. She is an ideal wife, a perfect mother, a neighbor and friend everyone loves and respects. Yet she is all this without sacrificing her own dreams. I keep thinking this woman will turn up someday, God, wearing my clothes, wearing my face, but somehow she eludes me. I catch only glimpses of her. I see just enough of her now and then so that I don't despair entirely. Lord, dear, patient Lord, thank you for showing me at the least these fragments of the woman I want to be. Wow. Didn't really expect to get emotional over this one, but oh my goodness, I think this is what we just achieved to be, you know. But, you know, we're human. We are imperfect. Even at our best, we're still imperfect. And that is okay. I know I personally feel better about myself when I see others who are just as imperfect as me. Now that does not mean I want them to, you know, be bad or not excel in whatever they, you know, try to excel in. You know, I want the best for others, but at the same time, it does me good to know, okay, they're human too. Not everybody is going to, you know, excel at everything. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. And I understand where Marjorie Holmes is coming from. And I think there is nothing wrong with wanting the best for ourselves. There's nothing wrong with having goals. There's nothing wrong with having dreams. And there's nothing wrong in talking to the Lord about all of this and letting Him make you everything that He, not we, but He wants us to be. And that is something I have to remind myself of many times. I am not perfect. I'm so imperfect. But because I have allowed the Lord to have control of me, to be the center of my life, I can see where He has worked out a lot of my bad imperfections I used to have. In fact, my mother and I were talking this morning on the phone, and we were talking about how we can look back and see how the Lord has done a great work in both of our lives, that we are not the people we used to be. You know, we don't fit some people's ideas of what we should be and how we should live, but we know where God has brought us from, and we know the work God has done in our lives. And I will tell you, growing up the way that I grew up and the way that I was raised, it was a very strict religious family. And they were so strict in to tell you how you should look, how you should dress, how you should act, what you should do, where you could and could not go. It was all these things that you couldn't do. And they never, ever, ever give God the opportunity and the chance to work on you and to change the things in you that He wanted to change, to make you the person that He created you to be. And because of that, I rebelled badly. I rebelled. And thank God He had mercy on me and allowed me to go through the things that I went through and still be alive. That He was with me, that He was taking care of me and protecting me, even when I didn't want it, even when I didn't know it, and even when I certainly did not feel it. But he understood me in everything that I was going through. And he knew there was a part in me that longed for him, and that he knew that I would get to this point where I am today. And I thank God for that. He knows the innermost part of us. He knows the parts of us that we don't even want to know about ourselves, that we don't even want to address, think about. He knows the deepest parts of us because he created us, and he knows all. And, you know, as much as we want to be the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect daughter, the perfect whatever, career woman, the perfect friend, we are never going to be that. And the sooner we realize that we are imperfectly perfect, then the better and easier our life will be. There are times that I wish that James could come home and I would just be, you know, dressed and everything's perfect, and, you know, I don't nag him, and, you know, the makeup's on, the clothes are nice, the hair is fixed, and I'm just, you know, that perfect little 50s wife that they show on TV, the June cleavers and all that. It's not always like that. In fact, it's more not like that than it is like that. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That is okay. The bottom line is we get up every day and we do our best and we try our best and we allow God to work in us and to make us the women, the men that he created us to be. And if you can lay your head down at night and know that you've done your absolute best, you've given God complete control over your life, you've submitted to him completely, and you can lay down at night and know all is well with my soul, what greater gift is that? Every day, just get up and try harder, do better. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope this has blessed you. I hope something has been said that has encouraged you and blessed you. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Oh my goodness, I'm so ready for it. This has been one of the longest weeks, it feels like to me. I guess because last week was a holiday week and it was kind of short. But anyway, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you here on Monday. Bye, y'all.